And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classics.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Gio. Welcome to Life and Fights. Today's fight is Tim Sylvia versus Fedor Emelianenko from the Affliction event. Now, I think everyone has opinions about Tim Sylvia and how good he was or how good he wasn't, but in his day, in his era, he was the best UFC heavyweight champion. He looked awkward, but that's always part of why he was so good. He was awkward, he was hard to fight, he was like 7 foot tall, and he could punch. And despite what you might think about this fight, 1 year, well, everybody talks about the dream fight between Fedor and Randy Couture. What could have been? 1 year before this fight, Randy Couture took on Tim Sylvia, and Couture won a 25-minute decision that shocked everyone. Everyone was like on their feet waiting for Sylvia to knock out. It was an upset for Randy to beat Tim Sylvia. And then Randy obviously had these contract disputes with the UFC. He was trying to get out of his contract to fight Fedor, probably an Affliction, but it never came to be. And it's everybody's got this like what if thing. I don't think it would have been really competitive. But anyway, this event happened because Affliction was a clothing sponsor. A lot of people wore Affliction clothes. UFC fighters were sponsored by Affliction and wore Affliction clothes. And then the UFC heard that Affliction was trying to organise an event, so they banned their fighters for wearing Affliction. Affliction banned. So this was summer 2008. Fedor Emelianenko takes on Tim Sylvia at Affliction. Let's see.
Well, the guy who he's going to face is the man we've all been waiting to see. The great one. It is Fedor Emelianenko. America, meet Fedor. Armed with quiet confidence and unrivaled skills, he fights for himself, his team, and Mother Russia. They say he's the best. Fedor Emelianenko.
На бой я выхожу. Когда я иду на бой, я стараюсь ни о чем не думать, собраться в себе, сконцентрироваться. Это мне побеждает принимать решения, помогает принимать решения в нужные критические моменты. Каждая победа мне дорога, каждая победа далась мне большим трудом. Смог победить, смог сделать это. Я всегда помню, что за мной моя команда, которая помогает, делает для меня все, чтобы я был чемпионом. Моя страна, в которой меня ждут победителем.
Fedor Emelianenko.
I always loved that Fedor's entrance. See the music and stuff, it just suited him. And the nickname, the Last Emperor. And I mean, how many fucking pit bulls and such do you have in MMA? The Last Emperor, though, the Last Emperor like meant something. Yeah, in my opinion, Fedor is the best heavyweight of all time. You could talk about him not fighting the UFC, but who did the UFC have? Who was Tim Sylvia defending his title against? Gone McGee. People like that. In Pride, you had Fedor, Nogueira, and Krokop, and that was what everyone thought, the top 3 heavyweights in the world, and then just Pride, in the world. And there was a gap between Fedor and the other two. The other two, yeah, is Krokop better, is Nogueira better. But every time, well, I think Fedor fought Nogueira 3 times, fought Krokop once. There was a gap between them. It wasn't even really super competitive.
That he is absolutely a dangerous man, no matter if he's on his
So remember, Randy Couture fights Tim Sylvia 1 year before this, beats him, controls him over 25 minutes, and it's seen as a massive upset. People were cheering, crying, forever. Huge upset.
And M1, in association with Roy Engelbrecht Events, is proud to present the Affliction Band main.
I think that was always one of the problems with Fedor as well.
For the very first time,
His M1 management team, like Affliction in association with M1. When Fedor fought after Pride, it had to be co-promoted with M1. And UFC wouldn't do it. You want to fight UFC, you fight UFC, it's not UFC in association with M1 and give them a cut. Nah. I don't know, maybe there's more to it, but it just seems like gangster managers try to get a cut of something they didn't deserve.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 8, officially weighing 263 pounds. His record, 24 victories, including 16 knockouts with 2 submissions. Only 4 defeats. From Bettendorf, Iowa, the former UFC heavyweight champion, Maniac Sylvia. Fighting out of the blue corner, he stands 6 feet tall and officially weighs 230 pounds. His record, 27 victories, only 1 defeat. 6 by KO, 14 by submission. From Staryosko, Russia.
And Fedor's still fighting as well, every now and again. I didn't think he's retired.
Dami Gospodar, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
All right, gentlemen. We've gone over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official. Very interesting. Neither fighter looking at each other. Not one time do they look up and look at each other's eyes. Fedor expressionless. Tim Sylvia says again, I have nothing to lose. It's finally here. The Affliction people give it to us. Fedor Emelianenko on U.S. soil, fighting the former UFC heavyweight champ, Tim Sylvia. This is the kind of fight you live for right here.
You can see Tim Sylvia is a bit tentative, right?
Heavyweight belt, Big John. Oh, nice. Sharp blast there by Tim Sylvia goes down. This is what Fedor does best.
Unreal performance, right?
Fedor immediately hooking into hooks, going for a rear naked choke. Can it be over this fast? This is the same position Randy Couture had.
He tops out 35 seconds. You can say if you like about Tim Sylvia, but nobody did that to him. He had his losses, a few losses, very few, but nobody did that to him. That's why Fedor was the GOAT. Yeah, anyway, that's short and sweet. That's wrapped up for the day. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Suggest anything you want to put on, and I'll get on it. And I'll catch you later.